Hi y'all, it's Jeannie from Bushnell Unscripted. Today I'm happy to say I want to go over my completion of the Diamond Art Club canvas, The Governor's Party by Chuck Pinson. This is my first Chuck Pinson canvas, and I love him as an artist. I think that he is just so talented and creates such beautiful images. So when I saw this one available at Joann.com, I scooped it up and I worked on this from the beginning of December until February 1st, and actually January 31st. But during that time, I'd gotten really sick and didn't work on it for 2 weeks. So the time frame's a little off, but it is a square, and it's got over 75,000 diamonds in it. So it does take a minute. The favorite parts of mine to begin with are just the image as a whole. What I noticed off the bat, I started in this corner when I started working on it, and when I was working on it, I couldn't figure out what this was until I actually stepped away from it, and then I could see that. Let me show you. So my viewpoint of working on it was like this, and I couldn't figure out what is this. But then as I stepped away from it, I could see they were footprints in the snow. And you can see those throughout, that when you're working on it up close, you just can't, your brain can't decide what it is. Here's a limb that has fallen. So those little details that you started to reveal as you work on it were just that. I loved that. I loved working on these people as they're coming to the party. He's got a little walking stick or cane. She's got a basket or a purse. Here's a little child. You've got the greenery in the front here. I loved that touch. I loved the horses. Those were really neat to see. Again, it was the same way. It was like working on it, and I didn't have the image, the completed image in front of me, so it was like I couldn't figure out some places, and then it would suddenly come together and step away, and there it is. I just love this canvas. It is so pretty, and the sky, it's gorgeous to look at, but it was really a relief to do because there is color blocking up in the sky that you're not offered in other parts of this canvas. It's a very confetti heavy canvas, and initially I didn't think so when I looked at it, but even in the trees here, there are many colors that go into all of these trees because there's so much shadowing and variation. So those took a really long time to those areas to get done with. They turned out spectacularly, but they are time consuming. So getting to the sky and being able to do some color blocking was always a relief. There's a little owl up there, and there's a little flag. Some more greenery up here. You've got wreaths in these windows. It looks so warm and inviting. I loved having all the people. I thought it was just, it just came to life so beautifully. The carolers over here, and you've got people even in the carriage. So lots of things to work on and unveil as you work. There's a few ABs in here. They're just in little sections. There are some like in the snow. You've got some here in the windows. I really thought there would have been more with the fire, but there wasn't. And amazingly, this looks so warm and inviting, the windows here. And when you're working on it, it doesn't look like much of anything until, again, it's complete and you step back. So this was a real lesson in the beauty of completion and being able to step back a little bit. So I really appreciate that. But I mean, you can clearly see the snow prints and the prints from carriages arriving. You know, those little details are just so cute and amazing to me. I just really loved it all. And as I was working on it, I found out that this is actually a real place. This is the governor's palace in Williamsburg, Virginia. And I'll link to some more information about that. I've never been to Williamsburg, Virginia. I want to go one day. I hope to soon. But I will definitely have this on my places to stop. Because as I started working on it, I started reading more about the governor's palace and the history behind that. So this is actually one of our nation's historic buildings. This main building did burn down. They had to rebuild. So it has a lot of history and just so many interesting aspects to the real place, much less this beautiful piece of art. So I'll link to some information that you can find out about. But I think it turned out just beautifully. I'm so excited. I'm going to paint the edges of the canvas. I'm thinking of doing a black, so it looks like a nice black frame. But that's what I have left. I've gone ahead and taken off the washi tape that I had on. I had on a holiday themed washi tape that I used. So I went ahead and removed that last night, and then I'll be able to start on the painting of the edges. But it just turned out so beautifully. There was a lot of trash in this kit. This is an older kit. There were a lot of drills that had holes in the tops of them, and some of them had edges missing. I didn't keep any of the trash to show you, but that's what I had. I didn't have any problems with running out of drills. I was concerned in some areas because I thought that doesn't look like a lot, and it looks like there's a lot of that color, but it actually was fine. So that's comforting. There were some drills, and again, this is an older kit. There were some drills that were not the same size as other drills, so that felt challenging in some places. But it all worked out in the end. It's okay. I worked on this one with a light table underneath it, so it was really, really visible as I was putting the drills down, but even with the gapping that I had with them, it turned out absolutely spectacularly. So that's not always a deal breaker. I mean, it depends on the canvas. It depends on how it looks when it's finished. And I just trusted the process and got through it. But I'm really proud of it. This is my largest square that I've done so far. And the one that I'm working on right now, Miss Havisham, is larger than this one. So this one will soon fall back once she's done. That'll be the largest. But currently, Chuck has the largest one. I have a number of Chuck Pinsons to do in the future, and I really enjoy it so much. The artwork is such a reward, and I will be hanging this in my home seasonally, so I'm very excited about it. But man, look at that gorgeous, gorgeous sky. Just stunning. Everything about it. You can stop and look at it and find something unique every time, and a little piece here and there. And one of my favorite details of all is this fallen limb. I love that because it's true. It's winter. Nobody's worried about when, the wind gets up and a limb falls. Nobody's worried about that. That's just going to be something that does happen. But it's that little touch that I love. I love the smoke coming out of the fireplaces. And you can just imagine how warm and toasty it is inside. And this lady's coat, dress, I'm all about this. I just love all of the features of this. I think it's amazing. If you can get your hands on it, I recommend it. It is, as of today, it's back in stock at Diamond Art Club. So you might want to, I'll provide a link to it so you can go directly there. You don't have to hunt. But yeah, it's a beautiful finish, and I'm super proud of it. And thank y'all for coming along. And as always, I hope you're keeping love and kindness on repeat. And until I see you again, bye-bye.